In 1905, Imam Sultan Mahomad Shah gave an audience to the members of Baitul Khayal Majlis in the Darkhana Jamaat Khana, Bombay. The Imam came early, while the members entered one after another. After a short while, the Jamaat saw that the Imam with his finger took out some cotton from the cushion of his chair. Before the ceremonial proceedings, the Imam asked the Jamaat to come near him. Then the Imam showed cotton to the Jamaat in his two hands and said, "You take some cotton in hand, like me, and press it repeatedly within two palms until it becomes a thread of 2 to 3 feet. Then you stop your breath for few seconds and bend the thread around your waist like a belt and knot at its two ends. Then you start breathing, which will result in breaking of the thread because it is weak." Then the Imam said by striking his stick 3 times on the ground, "The Iman of a woman having strongest faith upon me in the world is like this weak thread, which can be broken at any moment. Don't commit pride on your Iman and pray daily for the firmness of your Iman." Story 2. Tando Allah Yar lies 25 miles, approx 40 kilometers northeast of Hyderabad, Pakistan, on the road between Hyderabad and Mirpur Khas. There are many Ismailis with a Jamaat Khana, but before the partition of India, there were merely 2 Ismaili families. They were true believers surrounded by the non-Ismailis. Dhani Dino and Ghulam Hussain were the elders of these families. They had abiding faith in the hostile milieu. When the mother of Ghulam Hussain expired in 1918, they bathed the dead body but needed another person to join in lifting the bier because there were only 3 elder persons in their families. Not a single person in the town came near and closed their doors. On that juncture was quite miserable, and in this pitiable condition he knocked the doors in the village, but none responded. He appealed the people thrice, but they turned a deaf ear to him. It became an evening. When he returned after his 3rd call, he repeated, "Ya Ali," to help him. Meanwhile, an unknown Sindhi villager came in his sight, who was in the corner of the street, and asked Ghulam Hussain, "In which anxiety you are trapped?" Ghulam Hussain thought that he had never seen him ever before. Even then, he related him his worries. The villager said, "Don't worry, I am ready to come with you. Come on." It gave immense courage to Ghulam Hussain with tears in his eyes. And these 4 persons lifted the bier and reached the graveyard, where they faced another problem. The jealous persons refused to dig the grave. Meanwhile, the Sindhi villager showed Ghulam Hussain a place where a fresh grave was dug. All of them were surprised and removed the cover of the dead body and saw the face of the mother. The Sindhi villager at once brought a glass of water and sprinkled it on the face of the dead body by saying, "This dead body remained 6 hours under the sunshine, therefore I put some water on her face." They lowered down the dead body in the grave and entombed. Who will offer the namaz-e-janaza was another issue. The Sindhi villager recited it and went towards the gate of the graveyard. Sindhi villager was vanished. Ghulam Hussain walked inside to search him, but in vain. He thought that he was an angel. I forgot to ask his name as well as to thank his sterling indebtedness. Mawla is omniscient. Who he was? 2 years after the above said incident, Imam Sultan Mahomad Shah arrived in Karachi in 1920. The two family members of the Tandu Allahyar also went Karachi for the Didar. Ghulam Hussain, then was the Mukhi, presented a Ruhani Mehmani of his late mother. The Imam asked, "Who's this Mehmani?" Ghulam Hussain humbly told that it was a Mehmani for his late mother. The Imam asked whether she was sick and when she was expired, etc. Then the Imam asked, "There were two small families in Tandu Allahyar. How you arranged her funeral rites?" Ghulam Hussain sobbed convulsively and told all about the jealousy of the people. He also said, "Maula, that was a day of an ultra hardship. I knocked doors of every house 3 times, but none responded. Then I eagerly remembered you constantly. Then what happened?" asked the Imam, to which he said, "I found one unknown Sindhi villager at the corner of the street. Maula, he was a well-bred man, as if an angel, but disappeared, and I tried to trace him but failed." The Imam said, "He was not an angel. He was your Maula Mushkil Khusha. He was I myself. I come to the help of my beloved spiritual children, and I don't assign such work at the mercy of the angel." Then the Imam said, "Do you remember that Sindhi villager who had put on a red cap?" Ghulam Hussain was dazed and said, "Maula, it was so." The Imam said, "Do you remember one grave which was already dug? I had dug for your late mother." The Imam also said, "Do you remember? He sprinkled water on the dead body." He said, "Of course, Maula." The Imam said, "Sprinkling of water was mere an ostensible show, but in reality it was the Mahdan Chanta which I performed." Hearing it, all fell at the feet of Imam and earned best blessings of Khana Badan. Note: Imam Agha Ali Shah said, "Maula Ali is present in the world as well as in the Batin and is widespread on the earth. One who remembers Maula Ali, he reaches himself to help him. Maula Ali is also present before him during his last breath." The Imam also said, "Maula Ali is present during the death of all of you. If the dying person is a Mu'min, Maula Ali bestows much mercy upon him. Maula Ali will cast his sight of wrath upon one who is a renegade." Imam Sultan Mahomad Shah said, "If your faith, Iman, is dull or incomplete, then you will never get help of Ali. I therefore exhort you to have Iman on Ali, so that Ali shall assist you."